The world for sale. Hi fellows, in today's video, we're diving into a fascinating and eye-opening topic, the secretive world of global commodity trading. It's a world where oil, metals, and even food aren't just goods, they're tools of immense power and profit. This is the world revealed in the book The World for Sale by Javier Blas and Jack Farchy. It's a story of risk, reward, corruption, and influence, where a small group of traders hold the reins of global resources, shaping economies and politics, while operating largely out of sight. Section 1. The Rise of Commodity Traders. Let's begin with how commodity traders came to power. After World War II, the world needed oil, metals, and food to rebuild and grow. Traders stepped in as the crucial middlemen, connecting resource-rich countries with industrialized nations. These traders didn't just operate in stable markets, they thrived in risky and unstable conditions. Companies like Glencore, Trafigura, and Vitol became giants, dominating the trade of resources like oil and copper. They didn't shy away from dangerous deals. In fact, the riskier the situation, the greater the potential reward. Section 2. Profiting in Chaos. Now here's where things get really interesting. Commodity traders are at their best during moments of chaos, wars, sanctions, and economic crises. For example, during the Cold War, the Soviet Union desperately needed hard currency. Traders helped them sell their oil on the global market, even when traditional companies wouldn't touch such deals. Another example is the Oil for Food program in Iraq. It was meant to allow Saddam Hussein's regime to sell oil in exchange for food and medicine, but traders found ways to manipulate the system, paying bribes to Saddam's officials and taking huge profits. This prolonged the suffering of ordinary Iraqis and turned what should have been humanitarian aid into a profit machine. Section 3. The Power of Commodities. Why does all of this matter? Because commodities like oil, food, and metals aren't just economic goods. They're geopolitical tools that shape the balance of power. Take oil, for example. During the apartheid era in South Africa, traders secretly supplied oil to the regime despite international sanctions. This kept the South African economy running, defying global efforts to isolate the country. Or consider food. Traders play a huge role in ensuring supply and demand balance. But when there's a shortage, they can make immense profits by raising prices. Profits that often come at the expense of the poorest. Section 4. The Dark Side of Trading. This industry isn't just about clever deals, it's also about ethical compromises and environmental costs. Let's take Glencore, for instance. The company has been linked to corruption scandals in multiple countries, including paying bribes to government officials in Nigeria and Congo to secure deals. These actions deprived citizens of their natural wealth while enriching a small elite. In Peru and Zambia, traders have been involved in mining projects that caused massive environmental damage. Toxic waste polluted rivers, destroyed farmland, and endangered the health of local communities. These companies often operated with minimal oversight, prioritizing profits over people and the planet. Section 5. Power without accountability. One of the most striking things about this industry is how little accountability exists. Commodity traders operate outside the public eye, yet they wield immense power. They influence fuel prices, food costs, and even political outcomes. For instance, Mark Rich, one of the most famous traders, evaded billions in taxes and traded oil with Iran during the US hostage crisis. Despite being a fugitive, he became incredibly wealthy, showing how traders often operate above the law. Section 6. Lessons and Reflections. So, what can we learn from all this? First, commodity trading is central to our global economy. The fuel in your car, the food on your plate, and the metals in your phone, none of these would reach you without these traders. Second, this industry raises tough questions about the balance between profit and ethics. Should traders be allowed to prioritize profit at any cost? Or do we need stricter regulations to prevent corruption and exploitation? Conclusion. The world for sale pulls back the curtain on an industry that most of us rarely think about, but affects every aspect of our lives. It's a story of power, wealth, and sometimes greed, but also one of incredible risk and reward. In this video, we uncovered the fascinating world of global commodity trading. We started by looking at how traders rose to power after World War II, thriving in risky markets and connecting resource-rich countries with industrialized nations. Then, we explored how traders profit during moments of chaos, turning crises like wars and sanctions into opportunities for massive rewards. We also discussed the geopolitical power of commodities, showing how oil, food, and metals shape economies and politics globally. From there, we delved into the dark side of trading, highlighting the ethical compromises, corruption, and environmental damage tied to this industry. Finally, we talked about the lack of accountability, where traders operate in secrecy while influencing everything from food prices to political outcomes. Through these stories, we've seen how deeply this hidden world impacts our lives. Let's continue the conversation about how to balance profit with ethics and accountability. If you've ever wondered how the world really works, who controls its resources, and why this matters, this is a book you need to explore. Let me leave you with a question. How should we hold such powerful players accountable while ensuring the flow of essential resources? Think about it, and let's discuss in the comments. Please do not forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thank you for joining us today.